We will start with our first presenter now. I request the person who's keeping the timer, excuse me ma'am, to please sit there near the and I also request all the presenters to please adhere to the timings given to you. The first presenter that we have, session 1, Mrs. Shailija Visamsetti. Small announcement, all the chairs here seatings have a hand rest, so you can open it, the right side hand. There's a hand rest, you can open it so that you can comfortably make a note of the conference. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning Andy. I am Shailija Visamsetti. I'm a counseling psychologist, parenting coach and a storyteller. So, when, just I will tell my age here. Actually, no one says should not ask the age of the ladies, but I'm 62 now. And when I was married, I was just below 15. I didn't write my 10th exams also. So after that I started, everyone said that Vivaha Vidya Nasaya, so she can't do anything. So after that I have completed my intermediate, and after that I am having 2 girl children, and I was a proud mother then. Anybody asks about my degrees and education, I used to say them that my elder daughter is my degree and the second daughter is my PC. So I was very proud of them. And when my elder daughter is in 7th class, one of my classmates came, "What are you doing?" So doing nothing. So then I applied for sociology BA and I gave it the exams in single sitting in Usmania University. After that I lost one of my friend who is a family friend. She committed suicide within 1 year of her marriage life. So at that point I thought that something I have to do for girls. What can I do? At that time I'm having only degree in my hands. And after that, with my husband's transfers and everything, my daughter's education, so I couldn't do anything. When we came to Hyderabad, so I thought that I have given my law entrance. I got a good rank then, but I felt that how can I leave my girls and go to college? It is an evening college, so I gave up it. After that, I done my beauty parlor and I run it for 12 years. After that, I have an opportunity to do FMCC, Family and Marriage Counseling course. At that time, my elder daughter was carrying and my second daughter's marriage was there. After the marriage, when they went to Tirupati for darshan, I went to exams. So after that, after my grandchildren, I just applied for psychology. I thought that I have not left the thought of the doing something. It is in back of my mind. So I applied for psychology in Ambedkar Open University. Along with my grandchildren, I went there, paying fees. So after that, I done my ADR, alternate dispute resolution from NALSA, and after that when I approached schools and colleges, I thought that actually when some couple is with a struggle and come to us for counseling, I thought that this is the repair work. Actually counseling is a repair work. So why can't I go to schools and colleges and talk to the adolescents, which is the budding age, and they can get some knowledge. So when I went to the schools with the PPTs and all, they said that here is syllabus, we are not allowing you. So I started a foundation, Sahaja Foundation. It is a non-profit profitable organization. And through that I am approaching colleges and schools where we can approach government schools and colleges. There I am talking about the personal hygiene of a girl and adolescent interactions and cyber security. And next, my interesting and very interested topic is that talking to boys, adolescent boys. That do you know that girls bleed every month? So now I can tell you one thing, that when I started my life journey, I was below 15, but I have taken many turns and twists. So I say to anyone that it's not an end and just it's a bend. So anywhere and everywhere we can achieve. We can tell that if we have a will, we can make it. So anybody can do anything. But so I done my psychology because I thought that anybody want to approach me, I need some authentic certificate like. So I done my psychology, and after that I evolved like an family counselor, storyteller, and I teach, I give awareness on life skills and menstrual hygiene, and from my Saja Foundation. So this is a brief thing about me, and I reached already 2 lakh people, children or adolescents, past 8 years. I'm very happy. There will be some soul satisfaction, no? In Telugu, Balaya's dialogue is there. ఎప్పుడొచ్చామన్నది కాదన్నా ఏం చేసాము అనేది. అంటే we came, the birth date and the death date will be there. In the middle, what we did. So I feel very happy. And my supporters are my family members, my husband, my children, my mom. So I'm very glad and I'm very happy to be here on this stage. Thank you, Geeta Challa ma'am, and the team, and this wonderful stage. Thank you everyone. All the best to everyone.
Thank you so much, Shelji ma'am. Our next presenter is Ms. Pratima Jaidev. May I have you on stage, please? Thank you.
Happy morning, everyone. I'm Pratima, Pakka Hyderabadi. Today I'm very happy to talk about filmmaking against the backdrop of psychology, because psychology is a very essential tool for a writer or a filmmaker. When we talk about films, we remember great films. It's not the characters or the story that we remember. It's the emotional journey that we connect to as audience. And that's why I say, for a filmmaker or a writer, psychology is a very essential tool. I studied film from American University, Washington DC, and all my other degrees, etc. are majorly from Hyderabad. That's why I said I'm a Pakka Hyderabadi. And before I talk further about my professional journey, I would like all of you to watch a small video.
At Eager Fest this weekend, I was able to watch 2 of the 35mm film screenings from the projectionist booth at the Virginia Theater. Here's a quick look at what projectionists James Bond, Travis Bird, and Joaquin de la Puente were up to.
So at the age of 6 or 7 or 8, I don't remember, it was when my dad took me to a projection room and made me sit there while he was in a meeting, and I saw the film from the projection room for the first time, and that's the day I decided I want to get into this field. So in over 2 decades now, I have made a lot of films on various subjects of various kinds for various clients. I've written and published a lot of short stories, currently working on my first book called True Spirit, and probably I might take a few inspiration stories from here as well today to include in my book. I realized that over time that it's very difficult for people if they don't have the right guidance in this field. So my education consultancy mentors students who aspire to go abroad for higher studies in creative fields. And creative people are also shy people, including me 20 years ago, not today. But I have overcome that by getting into soft skill training. And I wanted to study psychology during graduation, but that didn't happen due to various reasons. And being a caregiver at home, being the eldest at home, and also being an agony aunt for many of my staff and colleagues at the different companies that I worked, people always used to come to me with issues to deal with. That's why I felt I needed a structured approach to what I was doing. Yes, my journey has not been free of obstacles. I was criticized for my dressing, for my working style. I'm a workaholic. But that did not stop me from working. Yes, definitely it has made me an overthinker, and I developed few anxiety issues over a period of time. But then believing in yourself is what I always keep telling my internal mind, because when you believe in yourself, there's no fear there. And Sudisha's, the internship program, the Geeta Chala ma'am's team, and whatever I learned from them during my internship is what helped me overcome a lot of issues during my during COVID time, because I was affected by COVID twice. Then I got shingles, and that led to a major surgery in 22. But it was the interventions which I learned from ma'am's team which helped me to be resilient, and now I can even talk about work-life balance, not just for myself but also my colleagues, because of the psychology that I learned. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Pratima ma'am. The timer is on our right, so I request all the presenters to please pay attention and wind up your presentation within 4 minutes. So with this, I call our next presenter, Mr. Nagesh Allah. Thank you.
Hey, good morning everyone. I welcome everyone to the first National Conference on Education and Employment in Psychology. So today I am going to walk you all through my journey, how I transitioned my career from technology connect to human connect. So let me tell you my story, how I started my journey in IT industry. So after completion of my graduation in computer science, by chance I get into IT industry. So within short span I became team lead. And after that I did my MBA in HR. Then I became people manager. So while I was working as a people manager, I used to listen psychological issues from my team members. But that time I was not making much impact on my team members because I was not a profession. Then I realized I think need to have a formal education in psychology. So that's why I enrolled for Masters in Psychology. I completed my Masters in Industrial and Organizational Psychology from IGNOU. I also did my ICF accredited certified team coaching and foundation certifications from Cocharya, which is an ICF accredited international coaching certifications. And let me tell you, I mean, at profession I play multiple roles, but apart from my profession I also play different roles. I will just explain that what are the roles I play. So at workplace I play as a team coach, trainer, mentor and a people manager. But apart from my workplace I am a life coach, and I also conduct a couple of group counseling sessions at different NGOs and orphanages. I am also very proud to say I am part of the group counseling sessions who conduct group counseling at Hyderabad Sheetings with the support of Geeta ma'am, and I am working for IT industry now in Hyderabad. And I am very happy to share these testimonials which I received from my clients. This is apart from my work, and when I hear someone says that I made an impact in their life, that gives me an immense satisfaction as a human being. And as everybody mentioned, there are few factors which motivated me to get into psychology field. So one is, since my childhood, I am very passionate to learn about human behavior and mind. There is one thing which motivated me to get into this field, and the desire to, I always want to help people, because I went through my own mental health challenges. After resolving that, then I realized I think I can start helping others as well. So that's why I get into psychology field. And I personally believe that psychology, which gives me a continual learning experience, which will always motivate us in our journey. And as every professional, they experience different challenges. I also experience multiple challenges at workplace. So a couple of them mentioned here. One is emotional toll. Most of you have experienced, sometimes our clients come up with a lot of emotional baggage for the sessions. So to deal with the emotional challenges, so we need to be very balanced. So sometimes it will make me feel drained at workplace. And most of the time I need to handle multiple cases in a day, and documenting that also gives time management experience. And the last one is imposter syndrome. Despite having multiple certifications and experience, sometimes I feel with the self-doubt. And empathy, curiosity, and making meaningful connections. This actually make me feel have an emotional connect with psychology. And one thing I would like to say, there are many entrepreneurs here and working professionals. I really encourage all of you to promote mental health even at workplaces, because when you take care of your people, they take care of your business. So that's my mantra at workplace. I really thank Geeta ma'am for giving me this wonderful opportunity talking in front of you. Thanks everyone.
Thank you so much, Nagesh sir. We welcome Mrs. Geeta Devi for who's our next presenter.
Good morning everyone. This is Geeta Devi, career counselor. Just about the introduction about myself. I have done my post-graduation. I have done my post-graduation in chemistry from Nagarjuna University and then MS Psychology from IGNOU. And many other certification courses I have done, that is counseling skills from Geeta ma'am, and medical psychology and career counseling different levels, and mindfulness therapies, bright mind therapies, and narrative therapy. These are all many areas where I have done, and I have gained many awards and also. Now coming to the process of profession. Initially I was a lecturer. More than a decade I worked in MNR, Chaitanya, Vikas, all these colleges. I think you know about the stress levels at there. And also the other condition where I worked there in the colleges as a junior lecturer, senior lecturer, as well as different coaching, NEET coaching, IIT coaching, all these also long-term, short-term coaching I have given for the students. And later on with the career break, I supported Nachiketa Pavan for school students as a counselor and also as a lecturer, that is teaching for. Next, coming to the counseling. From 2019, I entered into the psychology and I have done counseling diplomas and also psychology PG. And later on, I have done with government schools, private schools, international schools, and also many organizations, volunteer organizations like Manojagrati and ICV, which is giving support for cancer patients, that is Shivananda Rehabilitation and Research Center. There I used to work. These are all different areas where I work. Now coming to the motivation is necessary to reach the goal but not to select the goal. That is the aim of this story or my story, whatever it is. Now coming to the journey, how it was converted. When I was studying BSc, I got highest marks in chemistry in the university. Then I thought I am good in chemistry and I opted for MSc chemistry. And later on, when I got university rank in MSc chemistry first year, my professor supported me to teach for juniors. When I am teaching juniors, then I was motivated and I entered into the lectureship. And when I was doing the lectureship, there are two incidents which were happened. At once, one of the student parent expired because of electric shock just before 1 week of the entrance examination. There I supported the student as a guide or a mentor, whatever it is, and she scored state rank. And later on, I got one opportunity to deal with the students who are almost, total section is of 4 to 5 backlogs. So at that time, almost most of the people are backlogs. After 1 year, 90% of the students scored more than 60% of the marks. That made me to think about the mind power, and I entered into psychology. And a blend of these two areas, I entered into career counseling. And I feel that a teacher makes the nation, but a career counselor can make it more flourishing. And now coming to the insights or challenges, whatever it is. Insights, everyone need to be, I feel that career is not the just conversion from education to the profession. It is a lifelong growth, lifelong variation we need to observe. And everyone should go for a SWOT analysis, that is a strength, weakness, opportunity and threat for every area to convert into their profession. And coming to the challenges, all these challenges, as you know, student will be in one area and the parents will be in the other direction to select the career. All these are making them to very difficult situation. And last but not least, emotional quotient is the success of my career. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Geeta Devi ma'am. Our next presenter, Dr. Aruna E. Please welcome her.
Good morning, esteemed guests, my fellow counselors, friends and students. I would like to extend a special thanks to Manojagriti for giving me this opportunity. I am Dr. B.R. Aruna Reddy. A counseling psychologist working with Artillery Center, Golconda, Hyderabad. I am excited to be here to share with you how I get here. From my childhood, I had a dream to be a doctor in armed forces, and I could not achieve the goal when I was a young student. I did my BSc genetics with botany, after which I was married. And after that I had 3 kids, family to take care, and the dream to achieve could not be fulfilled. Something was haunting me every time. And with that degree, the most comfortable job to take up was teaching. By then I joined Masters in English, MA English, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University. I worked as a teacher for 8 years after completing my pre-primary teacher training in a Waldorf school. And during that period, my quench for learning motivated me to do B.Ed regular, and then arise the interest for psychology. Teaching felt rewarding, but something was missing. I craved deeper connections, opportunities to make a more personal impact, and joined Masters in Psychology in Indira Gandhi National Open University. Doing this course parallelly helped me understand the psychology behind human behavior more easy. Meanwhile, I realized holding a degree alone will not help. So after my school job, daily in the evening, I would go for an internship course to a senior therapist, and I joined a 6 months basic counseling skills training at Sudisha. One of the strongest factor of me being in this profession is each day in the field brings new challenges, new insights, most importantly, new opportunities to change lives in real tangible ways. Another factor is my role model, my guru, mentor, motivator, Dr. Geeta Challa ma'am. With her blessings and guidance, today I would reach here. My quench for learning did not stop, and I pursued various courses related to psychology. Apart from professional degrees, I attended various workshops, did certificate courses to enhance my professional skills and add value and do justice to my profession. And today, I could fulfill my dreams of working with armed forces and help the Jawans and families. I work in an army center which gives training to Agniveers who joined Indian Army at the age of 17. They are from 17 to 20 years old, and they come from rural background and have lots of low self-confidence, and they have language issues. I conduct group sessions and individual sessions and help them to help themselves. I also help the other army officials, which include the trainers, the instructors, and the officers and their families. By taking group and individual sessions related to mental health and personal growth, I conduct couple therapy, I do stress management counseling, parenting, work-life balance sessions. All the above courses related to psychology has helped me time up. The journey into psychology is driven by passion for scientific discovery, the joy of exploring new ideas. It's a rare and wonderful balance between compassion, intellect and heart. And the journey of learning and helping will continue, as whatever I have learned till now is a drop of ocean. There is lots more to learn and polish myself. With the blessings of all my gurus, mentors, family members and well-wishers, my journey of learning and helping will continue. Thank you.
A humble request. It's 4 minutes that's given to us. So please let us, I know it's a long journey and it's a very motivating journey and we all would like to listen, but then
yeah, good morning everybody. Good morning Geeta ma'am for giving me this opportunity to share my career journey. I'm K. Sudaramani. I'm an art therapist, remedial teacher, counseling psychologist and storyteller. And coming to my qualifications, basically I'm a BSc B.Ed graduate. But after I entered into 40s, I thought of doing another course, that is Masters in Psychology from Madras University in 2012. Later, I continued my academic journey while doing remedial tutor training in 2014. And then I went training at Asha Hospital. And COVID brought me it's a boon for me, I feel, because I could do so many certificate and diploma courses like art therapy, storytelling, NLP, SFPT, etc. to upgrade my skills as a counselor. And then finally the art therapy degree, whatever I have done, led me to explore more into the field of art therapy, and I did my masters in art therapy from MIT Pune. Recently I finished that course. And currently I'm working as from the beginning I finished my masters in psychology. I'm a freelance counselor. Now I'm doing currently I'm enjoying this phase of my life as a person wearing multiple hats, like as a remedial teacher, storyteller, counselor and art therapist. I'm working as a storyteller and art therapist at a special school Sastra Learning Center for the past 3 years. And I prefer using eclectic approach while counseling my clients. And factors and motivators means I used to read a lot of question answers columns when I was graduating. Then given by eminent psychologists, so that made me feel like that is very interesting to psychology field. I got interested in that field, and then also people used to tell me that I can I advise them nicely and I listen to them carefully. So that also led me. And in this journey, when my husband's cousin, when she told me about the course from University of Madras, I jumped in immediately and I finished my masters. And then one of my friend's son, I helped him with who was dysgraphic. Then I did remediation. She suggested me to go for a remediation course. So why I'm telling about remedial course, because while I was working with children, I have seen many children are good at creative arts, and they used to tell stories, and that art has helped them as a tool for catharsis. I myself also enjoyed that. That's why I came into the profession of art therapy. And I did Asha ma'am as a mentor, I feel, because from her I did post-graduation diploma and art therapy. And my mentors at MIT SOFA also, they also encouraged me. They molded me as an art therapist. My academic journey, I feel, as a roller coaster ride, because after getting married, getting into education and profession is just like a roller coaster rider, which I never want to get in, but my perseverance I hold because of my all the tools I have learned during my journey as an art therapist. And the experience, actually, it was like the lessons learned throughout my journey as a professional in the field of mental health changed me into a new person. I can say that, because as I believe in saying, practice before preaching. And gratitude to everybody in my life who were my mentors and others. Thank you, Geeta ma'am, again. Thank you so much.
Next we have Ushashri Kandala.
Hari Om, good morning. My name is Ushashri Kandala. I am actually working as a parent counselor in G. Pullareddy High School through Mano Jagrati. Next slide, please. So I am a parent counselor. Next slide. As you see, I have done my MCA first. I worked in software industry for 15 years and then I left it because I don't know what I was doing. So, and then when I was pursuing my psychology, I joined Geeta ma'am, and from there my journey started. Next slide. Yes. So I come from a school, I work in a school where there are, first generation learners. Since it's a trustee school, the parents are also illiterates. So they don't understand who a counselor is, what is counseling. Still they say, "Amma counselor dekhe potava, current shock listademo." That is what I usually get answers from the parents. So I've been working from past 4 years now, and I feel so happy because I have crossed the hurdles almost, and I have now achieved a lot many awards from the parents, I would say. So these were the challenges, because the parents, they don't accept me first, and they don't accept the children as well. But I would like to tell you before closing, you can go on to the next slide. So this is my journey, short and sweet. I would say that one of the parents told me that, "Amma, nuvu sudi guchale, mandi valedu, na netla marchinavu." So I said that is the magic of counseling. Because when I was stuck, my gynec routed me to a counselor. So I know what is the importance of a counselor. I felt it in my life. So that was the best award which I got from one of the parents from my school. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Usha ma'am. Our next presenter, Ms. Priya Lakshmi.
Good morning, everybody, and a warm welcome to all of you. My name is Lakshmi, and I think my journey is going to be quite different from everybody else. So, okay. So, my career path, what you're seeing on screen, very different from what you would expect. So basically, I'm a qualified architect and interior designer. I did my college from School of Architecture and Planning, Chennai, and that was supposed to be my career path, being an architect and interior designer. But as you know, life takes different turns and moves in different directions. The same happened with me. It was so happened that during the time when my children were still young, I suddenly lost my husband, and I was put into a position where I had to take up his company's responsibilities. His company was not a field that I was very familiar with, but I knew that I had to take it up in order to support my children and the employees who are already working there. So during the course of this transition, I realized that there were many things that I needed to learn, and that was when I started my journey. First as a soft skills trainer, where I learned about conflict management, interpersonal skills, and many other such important skills that I needed for improving myself. This brought me into the path of self-learning, where I started learning about finance and various other aspects of business. It so happened that when I used to attend workshops and various other forums, I always felt this connect with people, and many a times when I used to interact with people, in the very first interaction itself, they would tell me their life stories. So this made me feel that yes, perhaps there is something in me that helps people open up and tell me about their life stories. So things that I've learned along the way is psychology is not just something in one field. Like even in architecture, there is psychology, because we need to understand the psychology of our clients in order to help them, to finally give them the house of their dreams. And so along this way, what we finally came to see is that my daughter is a counseling psychologist, which I am very, very proud of. And during our interactions and after she finished, we realized there was a dearth of a place where psychologists could, put forth what it is that they are doing. And therefore, we then came up with this new platform that we have launched, which is called Psych Frame, which is a platform for mental health practitioners to give them a platform to advertise their services, to help them reach people, and also a platform for people to get proper qualified practitioners who can help them with their mental health journey. And also it is a platform that is going to be pan-India, so that people from any part of the country can get the help they need in the language that they are familiar with, in a language that they are happy with. And therefore this is our small endeavor to help all mental health practitioners, and I hope we all benefit from it. And I close with our tagline, which is destigmatizing mental health, one conversation at a time. And in this journey, I was very fortunate to take a counseling course from Geeta ma'am, which taught me so much about psychology and its importance in our lives. So thank you, ma'am, and thank you everyone for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Priya ma'am. Next we have our Arunmai.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Arunmai. So, basically I'm talking today about psychology in NGO sector. So I believe that any sector, I think any profession, any sector needs understanding of psychology. To begin with, I have done my diploma in Sahaya, basic counseling skills. Masters in Human Development and Family Studies, and also pursuing my PhD in the Human Development and Family Studies field. Basically, as other students, I am also a medical aspirant student, but landed up with home science. And then in home science, which is now called as community science, there were different aspects of studies like food and nutrition, child development, family resource management, but I opted to, after studying the graduation, I understood that my passion was with child development. So I did my post-graduation in child development. But during this process, I also understood that there is so much, because it was like in human development and family studies, we understand and study the developmental stages from the child, from the time of birth till the gerontology, that is the elderly age. So within this lifespan, there is so much of developmental stages. There is so much of understanding on the emotional development, cognitive development, social development, and there's such a deep knowledge into it and understanding each phase of life of a human being. And this made me more have interest in pursuing this PhD. But later, when I was doing my post-graduation, I did my research work in understanding what are the factors affecting scholastic backwardness among government high school children, 9th and 10th. So when I was doing this, I was working with the government school children who are the marginalized children. Then I thought, if these people having basic things still have this much of issues, then what about the children who really don't have these kind of facilities? So I joined NGO. So with almost like 20 years of vast experience in the NGO sector, working in different kind of marginalized groups. I started immediately after my post-graduation as a counselor, working with dyslexic children. Later I pursued, because my college gave me this opportunity to start a crèche and preschool management course, which was first time started in Nampally Government Junior College, where I worked with a team to develop the curriculum as well as the course for first year and the second year. Later from there, I also worked with LSN Foundation, which is a family trust of our Honorable Principal Secretary Mr. Jayesh Ranjan sir for almost 4 years. From there, in that sector, I worked with 4 types of communities, like homelessness, street children, elderly people, and also differently abled people. Then I started working with Rainbow Foundation India, which works for the street children. So my main, since last 20 years, I have an intense work experience working with the street children, where this kind of understanding and knowledge in psychology have applied, and I could really excel in this field. So interest in child and adolescent development psychology have today made me get into this field of NGO, and I am really proud that I am a development specialist working with these vulnerable groups. These are the achievements. I was awarded by Telangana Women and Child Welfare Department for my work, and then Real Hero Award in the COVID Warrior theme. Thank you, Geeta ma'am, for this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you so much, Ananmay ma'am. Next we have D. Sita Mahalakshmi ma'am.
Good morning, namaste to all dignitaries and friends and children. I am Devotee Sita Mahalakshmi. I am very much privileged to be here, and my gratitude thanks to Geeta madam for giving me this opportunity. After my graduation, I did my BCom in 1978, and then after I have done my MSc graduation, MSc Psychology in 2020-21 after my retirement from Reserve Bank of India. And I have done many diplomas and in psychology, diplomas and certified courses. And after my graduation, I joined in railways for 1 year. I worked for 1 year, and after that I joined in Reserve Bank of India and retired in 2017. And I started my counseling career in 2020 with corona affected people, and I'm going to orphanages, Seva Bharati's home, and Lions Club's adopted Greenland Lions Club adopted orphanages. They're for girls and boys. And my motivation, big motivation is before my retirement, 2 years I worked with my next generation children in the bank. I used to guide them. They became close to me because I used to guide them in their work, office work, and they used to take all advices for their personal life also, because they like me the way I talk to them. And before my retirement, they came to me and told me, Madam, before that, actually, they know that how I educated, how I brought up my children and educated them. Amidst of my all the difficulties and obstacles, that's why before my retirement, they came to me, Madam, why can't you go for parental counseling? You are a good parent. This led me to select, after my retirement, selected counseling path. And my big obstacle is, many obstacles I had, but my big obstacle is my health problem. And because I suffered cervical disc slip for 25 years because of unawareness among the doctors that time. And when my movement became a problem and it affected my brain, doctors advised for surgery, and but I opted homeopathy and yoga because the neurological cases, successive neurological cases is not that much. That's right. And homeopathy doctors have given me rebirth. But homeopathy and yoga could help me 80%, but 20% the problem is persistent, and I have to do regular yoga and exercises, and I have to be on medication, and only because my willpower, positive thinking and hard work and my dedicatedness made me come to this stage success. I have been going to orphanages. I've been going to orphanages and because of going to orphanages, I did my art therapy, and I'm not feeling that I'm helping those people, children, but they are helping me in keeping my day busy and success, busy and mentally and physically active. Thank you. Thank you very much to Rita Madam.
Hello everyone, myself Nirosha Sadhu, and let's start about my educational qualification. Like many of us, I end up with taking my educational choice because of my father choice. So, if you take MPC, we have to continue with the BSc Maths only. So that's how I continued my education for 5 years without my interest. So then, I got late for the MSET examination, fortunately. So then I got the opportunity to get into MBA HR. So then I pursued MSc Psychology in distance mode with Dr. Ambedkar Open University while working as a HR. And I also did counseling, basic counseling course from Dr. Geeta Ma'am, Sudisha Counseling Center. Yeah, about professional journey of mine, I started my career as a HR. I used to recruit people and I used to train them and conduct employee engagement activities. There I used to feel a lot of dissatisfaction about why people are performing in the interview well and not performing in the job, and why people are finding disinterest in their jobs. So that is something made me more curious to learn about psychology. And then I got the opportunity to work with Bharosa support centers. That is something I'm very grateful and happy for you, ma'am, because of Geeta ma'am I learned psychology in a practical way. Because of Dr. Mamta ma'am, I got an opportunity to work in a real psychological employment. That is something ma'am created a lot of employment in the Bharosa support centers. So that is one of my milestone. Because of I got to work with the trauma cases like domestic violence, sexual abuse, rape victims, and abandoned children and all. So that is something one of my career utmost satisfaction job which I have done. And I also got to work with the Kausalya clinic under Dr. Hari Rava. He's a psychiatrist. I did some of the clinical cases as well as a therapist. And at present I'm working as a wellness coach for one of the corporate Genpact. For the trust and safety industry. Yes, I already mentioned about the Eureka movement, the sparking moment of my life, that I found my true calling, that which I like. So that eventually I developed a lot of confidence and working for the cause and finding the true satisfaction working in this field. Yeah. Initially, I was very doubtful about my career, whether I can do, because mental health is not that easy job. It's very complex, and we are dealing with somebody's life. So we have to be more aware and confident and very skillful about it. So, and also lack of direction also I have faced. When we enter into some corporate and all, they feel that okay, you are not from the formal education setup. You have a distance education and all. You don't have so that kind of discrimination and those things I have faced initially. Though I have overcome with my resilience and confidence. I'm a go-getter attitude person. I always take challenges and prove myself, work hard. That is, so with that nature I overcome all the challenges. And I have a total of 3.5 years. So I'm doing mindful parenting because the child development aspects and all we learned in psychology. That is something utmost satisfaction I'm feeling as a mother by seeing the healthy childhood growth of my son. And of course, a lot of personal growth I see in myself working in this field, and also a lot of satisfaction from the clients' testimonials and their satisfaction. Thank you so much.
Good morning everybody, nearly good afternoon everybody. I seek permission and blessings from Guru sitting here, Geeta ma'am, Mamta ma'am, some of the ma'ams who were there for my internship and were teaching me the basics of cognitive psychology and psychology. I seek your blessing before I share my career path. I've chosen colorful feathers. It has been a colorful journey. I call it road not taken because being a girl child, the eldest one, growing up in Hyderabad in the era when parents were just pushing their children to do IT and run off to US, I decided not to take that road. I did start as one of the idiots in the film 3 Idiots, if you all have seen the film. I was an engineering student in engineering college trying to understand what am I doing with my life. Do I love this? Do I want to learn this? And then I asked myself that there's definitely something to learn here. And I'll answer the question, do I love this, maybe a little later once I'm done with this. So I did my engineering. I went on to a film school from there, and before I went to the film school, I started my career as a teacher, and that's what I consider myself. For me, teacher is a learner for life. That's where I started my career with SRM University teaching undergrad engineering students. And while I was talking to them, I realized that I need to now really answer the question, what do I love doing and am I doing something about it? Then I asked my parents, can I go to a film school. Films are my passion from childhood. As usual, Hyderabadi parents, how will you make money? It's a risky industry for women. What are you going to do there? And I said, I'm going to be a technical specialist there. I'm going to become an editor. And they're like, what does an editor do? So there were too many questions, and I realized that I need to save money to go to a film school, and I did exactly that. I saved money from teaching in engineering college. I went to a film school, and I went to the best film school in the country called Film and Television Institute of India, Pune. I met one of the best creative minds there, and I came back to that full circle that this is the mantra. I have to continue to be a learner, and I have to continue to keep doing what I love. I found my love there in filmmaking. I went back to teaching because I realized that was the learner for life, remember? I went back to teaching. I was constantly working as a film editor. While I was mentoring student films at Annapurna College of Film and Media, there was this deja vu, that all what I'm teaching as an editor or a film editor and all what we're talking from about films is so much related to psychology. And why not I now scientifically study what is happening in films? Why so many of my students, would come and tell me, ma'am, films are therapeutic. We should never take something as big that as word lightly. And hence, I decided to do my master's in psychology. I took Geeta Man's help to learn on-hand practice of how a counselor works. And one of the things I did as a dissertation paper, my academic paper for my master's, was finding the connection between visual media and why that works therapeutically. The efficacy or efficiency of films and visual media in counseling someone. The academic paper was extremely enriching for me as a person. I'm someone who now wants to pursue my PhD in the same field because it's like a collection of all what I've learned till now in my life, right? I have worked as a freelance film editor. One of the early films, you see the picture on the right with that lovely, beautiful child with nose coming out. I did a film in Bhopal with slum children. That was one of the biggest learning of my life. It completely changed my life. Understanding inequities in education system. Understanding why children who are going from the underprivileged backgrounds, they don't get the fair play in this education system in India. I made a children's film with them called Chanda Ke Jute, which went on to win multiple awards in Children International Film Festival. It's also a film which is taught as part of D.Ed curriculum by Rajasthan government. It was the most fulfilling experience of my life. I work as an NGO head called Kisan Sevaks Foundation, which works in Mehboob district with multiple villages. Children come for a Sunday school. Volunteers, my friends, my students, some of them are there. If you see behind me are my own students. And I say that's why that learning and love for what you're doing is infectious. It passes on. I remember. I've also been now working as an experiential mentor because as in my teaching journey I realized that it's when you experience a concept is when you actually learn it. Again, found that theory when I was doing cognitive psychology. So everything was making sense when I did my research paper. I know I'm taking your time and I know you all are waiting for tea. Bear with me for another minute. This is the most important slide. What are my motivations? Why did I move towards films and psychology? My love for learning, my love for stories and arts, my love for social change. I deeply believe in doing something which can bring about a change. My love for listening and reflecting. Films are always my biggest motivations, therapy for me all through and for multiple people. And last but not the least, and the testimony is today, so many women here talking about the obstacles. A 62-year-old person who says she went, it's so inspiring. So for me, when I see women breaking the glass ceiling, telling that no age is a number, telling that I'm not going to be just a mother or a wife, I've been thrown away. So these are my motivations. Thank you.
We have all our presenters the whole day. So anyone who's like really feeling offended about this, but I'm really sorry about this, you can just go and approach them and talk to them further. Thank you so much. This was the first session. Our 12 presenters. Mamta ma'am, I request you to just speak a few words about the session or about your opinion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Geeta ma'am. Congratulations to everyone. So inspiring. Every story is so inspiring. A banker to a psychologist, a businesswoman to a psychologist. So many career paths. Really, nobody can believe that one can jump from one career to other career. And all women were all great achievers. And also the men here who wanted to do something for mental health. Really, I really congratulate and get inspired from all of you. Thank you, Geeta ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. Geeta ma'am is my teacher again. I have learned psychology and also the counseling psychology from her. Thanks a lot, ma'am, for grooming so many people. We need hundreds and hundreds of them. And next time we'll do 200 career paths with 200 counselors. Thank you so much.
I request Dayanand sir also to please join us for the photograph.
Stop now.